Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video, we will be solving this remove duplicates from sorted array 2 problem. In our previous video, we have solved the same problem, but it was an easy category problem and the difficulty level was also easy. So basically there we had to just remove the duplicate and keep each and every element only once. But here in this problem, like we have to keep the element at most two. So let's say we have, okay, let's understand these things with example. So here we have like 1 3 time, right? But in the output, if you see, we have only 2 time, right? Here the 2 is 2 time. So in the input and in the output also, if you can see, we have 2 times, right? And the 3, it is present only one time. So we have only one time. It's not like we have to make this 3 2 time, right? So this is the challenge basically. Each and every element, if it is more than twice, then we should have only 2 time. And if it is less than 2 time, then it should be as it is, right? And then the order of the element should be preserved. It's not like we cannot alter the relative orders of these elements. Like if in the input the one is before two, then in the output also we should have one before two, right? Okay, let's read. I will not read entire problem statement because it is quite simple to understand. Basically, you can have a read, but I will explain you like what exactly it needs, right? Given an integer array nums sorted in non-decreasing order. So basically the array is already sorted in the increasing order. Remove some duplicates in place. Okay, in place means we don't have to use any extra space, right? So this is what we need. This is what the in place also means, such that each unique element appear at most twice. Okay, so like yeah, this I already explained you, like none of the elements should appear more than twice, right? The relative order of the element should be kept the same. Okay, this we also already understood, right? So like to solve this problem, one way is to basically use the extra space and solve this. So that is the brute force approach, but that we don't want, right? So okay, so how we have 5 over here, let's understand that. So basically, how this output has arrived from this input is, so we have 1 3 time, right? And we wrote 2 time, and similarly 2 time was there, we wrote 2 time, and 1 like this 3 was only present one time, we have one time, and this one we have the empty space after that. So it's like after removing all the duplicates, uh, we need to return the length of the array, right? Length of the array. So here, if you see, we have total 2, 2, 4, 1, 5. So we have 5 elements. That's why 5 is out. Let's understand here also. So 0 is 2 time. We have 2 time over here. 1 is 4 time in the input, but in the output we need 2 time. 2 is only 1 time. We have 1 time. And 3, 2 time. We have 2 time. And then after removing the duplicates, or we have the element, the total count is 7, right? So we have 7 over here. So this is what we need to return. So here, when you will read the problem, everywhere you will see k. So k is nothing but the number of element after removing the duplicates, right? So this is what we need to return. And once we remove the duplicate, that would be the length would be our answer, right? So this is what we need to return. So as I discussed, so basically brute force, what we can do, we can use the extra space, right? We can have a dictionary or a hash map and just uh, have a count of each and every element and then just print those elements. So like if it is more than twice, then we will print only 2 time, and if it is less than or equal to 1 uh, or less than 2, so we will print those many number of time, right? So this is the brute force where we will have to use one extra space, but the requirement is to solve this in place, right? So let's see how we can solve this. So I will explain you the code with the help of example, right? How we arrive to that code. So let's understand that. Okay. So basically, this is the code. If you see here, this is the simple code. It seems to be simple, but while writing, it is quite tricky, basically, right? Okay. So in this code, we have this one for loop which keeps the tracks of basically each and every element should appear only twice. So let's understand. Let's say the name of the array is A. Let's remove this nums with A. So it would be easy for us to understand. So we have the elements like 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3. So the first example I'm considering 4, 5. Okay. So how we are like writing the code. So this piece of code is simple, right? So whenever there is less than or equal to two element, let's say we have 1 and 1, right? So like if both are same, then also doesn't matter. If both are different, let's say we have 1 and 2, then also it doesn't matter, right? Because both are correct. Because like we can have the duplicates at most two times. So these cases are correct, right? So we can return as it is. Now we have this pointer helper, right? So with the help of this, we will fill this array properly, right? So let's understand. So what we are saying that iterate through this nums array. We will iterating through entire element, and we have the helper starting at 0. So the helper is at 0. So here we have the helper, right? So we are saying if helper is equal to 0 or helper is equal to 1 or nums of helper minus 2. So it's like we have element like 1, 1, 1, right? 0, 1, 2. So if we are here, so helper is here. So helper minus 1, that is this. If these two are like same, we don't bother about, right? But we bother about this element, the third element, right? From here. So that's why we have two over here, right? So this case we will understand, first understand these two. So basically helper is equal to 0. Yes, it is equal to 0. So what we need to do, so this is true, right? So where like this is how the OR condition works. So wherever it finds true, that's where like it will stop checking again the further cases, it will come back in the loop. So nums of helper is equal to element, so one we will have here only and we will replace, and helper will increase by 1. So helper will come over here. Similarly, helper is equal to 1. Yes, so this case will pass, and again helper will come over here. Now so here comes the tricky part. Okay, let's start the tricky part. Okay, so now let me write over here. So the helper here is 2. Okay, so this case will these two cases will not pass now. The initial two cases, like these two cases will not pass now. Now we just need to play with this case. So how it works? So here helper is 2, 2 minus 2. So array of 2 minus 2 is not equal to element. So what is the element now? So the initially the element was 1 and then 2 and then again 1, 1, right? So a of 2 minus 0. So 2 minus 2 is 0 is not equal to 1. So a of 0 is nothing but 1, 1. So 1 is not equal to 1. So this case is false, right? So 1 is equal to 1, right? So again, this will not come into the for loop. Again element will okay, let me write element will come over here, right? So again, now how the execution will happen, let me explain. Okay, so again how the execution will happen, this helper 2 minus 2, again like helper has not moved yet, right? Because the condition was not true. So 0 and element is 2, right? So this is 2, and a of 0 is what, 1. So 1 is not equal to 2. Yes, this is correct case, right? 1 is not equal to 2. So now this piece of code will be executed. So what we are saying, nums of helper is equal to element. So we are saying that put 2 in place of helper. So how the element will look like after this operation. So 2 will come over here, 2 will be here, 2 will be here, and 3. So here the helper will come one step ahead and the element will go over here, right? I, I hope this is clear, right? We are since this two are not same, like the first and third is not same, that means what, we have the multiple element in between. So this is how we are keeping the track basically, right? So let me remove this. So now our updated array is like this. Our updated array looks like this. Helper is here, element is here. So again, this case will happen, right? So helper, like helper is here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically 3 minus 2, that is 1. It will check with this element. Uh, is 1 is not equal to 2? Yes. So again, this will be overridden. So since both are 2, so it doesn't matter. 2 will come over here, right? 2 will come over here. Sorry, helper will come over here and element will be here, like the last element. Again, this will check 5 minus 3, 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. So a of 3 is not equal to 3. Let's check. So 2 is not equal to 3. Yes, this is the case. Then again, this piece of code will be executed, and we will have the array, the new array would look like 1. We have 1 from here, 2 from here, 2 from here. So here 3 would be written, and here again we have 3. The helper would come over here, and the element, we will be exhausted. Like the we don't have any extra element to process. So helper is at here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When the loop is exiting, the we have 5 like helper over here, right? And what is the index? Index is 5, right? So like we will return 5 from here, right? So this is how the code execute, right? So the main crux over here is this one, and how we arrive to this using this example 1, 0, 1, 2. So it's like we don't bother about the first two element, we start bothering from the third element, and we don't bother about the adjacent element, we bother about the adjacent to adjacent element, right? So this is how the logic start, right? So yes, this is the piece of code, simple, right? So let's talk about the time complexity and space complexity. So the time complexity is O of one, O of n, right? We are just simply iterating the array once, and the space complexity is O of 1. Why? Because we are not using any of the extra space. We are just using few variables, right? So, right, let's run this piece of code and check if it is running or not. So let me try running this. This is passing the base cases. Let me run this. Let me try submitting this. Yes, this got accepted, right? So yes, if you like this content, please do like, subscribe, and share the channel. And if you're new to this channel, you can check out other playlists also. We have a lot of interview related content on this channel of SQL, PySpark, Pandas, and all those things, right? For the data related rules. So let's meet in the next problem. Until then, bye.